Hello, college. I am Andrea Cantu, and in this speech, I'm going to inform you about the Day of the Dead, or as its original called, the Day of El Día de los Muertos. Would you like to know how the Day of the Dead is celebrated and why? Well, this celebration is a colorful celebration with great meaning behind, and the point that we will making know are where does the Day of the Dead come from? What is the purpose of the Day of the Dead? And what are the ofrendas and for what are they like? Let's start by talking about since when and where does the Day of the Dead come from? And according to Rocío Muñoz, the Day of the Dead is a fusion of indigenous culture called autochthonous in the Catholic religion, since this day was actually a day that indigenous culture used as a ritual to honor the dead. But upon the arrival of the Spanish colonizers, want to eliminate these traditions. However, unable to completely eliminate their indigenous tradition, so they decide to implement new things, and this make know what we know El Día de los Muertos is until now. And as Golderman mentions, new Catholic practices are implemented, such as adding candles, flowers, and like we call incienso. In indigenous tradition, and at this time, new practices are implemented, which is family acts to their tradition. And this date is celebrated on November 1 and 2. Although this is also believed that is celebrated from October 28, which is when the souls begin to arrive in earth little by little. And so now, as we want to know what is the meaning or the purpose of this tradition, and initially this was used as a death cult, and in which it was believed that when a loved one died, a certain kind of celebration should be held. And in this celebration, the person was like wrapped in el metate, in which is a type of sarape. The purpose was to guide him on his way to the Mictlán. And Rocío let us know that the Day of the Dead is also considered by many to be a day in which the souls of dead return to our ancestral plane, which is referred to as their soul returning to the world to spend one more day with the living people. Certain practices are created, such as offering prayers and more, so that their loved ones can once again enjoy the earth and as they knew it. Now we are interested in what the ofrendas and the rituals they do for the Day of the Dead are like, and what are the ofrendas for what, and like what they look. The ofrendas or offerings are an altar in which it's carried out to a ritual in which a set of elements are placed, so the platform, the ancestral world to the earth, early world, and can be made. These ofrendas help us to thank the people who were part of lives, but are no longer with us physically in their soul, but the souls are present. The ofrendas or the offerings are designed to each element of these ofrendas has a purpose, and the ofrendas carry elements such as salt, water, mirongo flowers, that is like this type of flowers that I have, food, drinks that our loved ones like, And incienso and another things, the ofrendas will vary depending on your beliefs and the people who are being commemorated. Let me conclude by reviewing my main points and then leaving you with a final thought. As we were able to learn, the Day of the Dead was an indigenous tradition that, upon the arrival of the Spanish, new practices were added, and which is celebrated from October 28 to November 2. And the purpose of this celebration is to commemorate our dead's loved ones and offer them an ofrenda so they can visit us and guide us or guide them to their ancestral path. And finally, the ofrendas are a ritual that helps our loved ones to see the way to find any clan or a place to visit us. My final thoughts are the Day of the Dead is a holiday of Mexican culture. It's allowed people to commemorate and connect the spirituals with their loved ones and the souls in the spiritual realm, in which has been adapted to our families over time.